REDSEC, Battlefield's answer to Warzone. But there's a problem. In their attempt to emulate Warzone, they've just built a shallow imitation that never reaches the tension, unpredictability, or staying power of the game it's chasing. Are there Battlefield moments in there? Of course, just not enough to make me pick this over Conquest or Rush. So today we're breaking down what we loved, what we hated, and what Battlefield's Battle Royale needs if it wants to survive the next few months. Let's get into it. Ghost, what do you think about REDSEC? Love it or hate it?
Both. It's not my type of gameplay. Like I'm not really into battle royales right now. It's okay. It does have some charm to it, but I definitely think they pulled it out of the oven a little early. And I know they did that to offset, Warzone and Black Ops.
Right.
But I'm kind of 50-50 on it because I think you and I talked about this before. Like, I would like to see what this looks like around Christmas. Give it 30, 45 days to really set in, do some tweaks, because they are really doing changes to the game, and then kind of see what it looks like there. But as of right now, I'm about 50-50 on it.
Yeah, I think like I said, I didn't buy Battlefield with the hope that they would add something similar to Warzone. I am here for the main draw for me is Conquest, obviously.
Right.
One of Battlefield's classics modes is either that or Rush for me. I'm not a big fan of Breakthrough like you are. But it
has its charms. Yeah, I get it.
But I remember the first thing when we started playing was we were like, this game doesn't look good when you're dropping in. It's just something about the
weird.
map. It lacks texture. It lacks detail. It looks like this was like they look like assets just placed on the map with just a little bit of like stuff thrown up on the walls, but that's it. That's all you're getting.
Right. And it's a stark contrast to the way the multiplayer is actually designed.
Right. Exactly.
Like, things in the multiplayer feel like it's a living environment, where this feels like I'm living in the environment,
or
if that makes sense.
Or it feels more like a playground, actually, rather than, an actual space that we're... I don't know. It's really weird. I'm hoping that because this is in the early stages, even though we as consumers need to stop giving developers like this leeway for like early stage, because things should come out complete as they are. Not saying the game isn't complete, but it's definitely not polished on this side.
Right. But it's also... And I agree with that, because here's the thing, like, take your regular work life in perspective, right? Like, I can't just, like, for what I do for a living, I can't have somebody go to an interview and not know anything about the job, right? Like, you just can't submit paperwork on a sample that you don't have. Right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if you're going to put the product out there, it's up for scrutiny. What we do right now, what we put out on YouTube, we're subject to scrutiny, right?
Absolutely.
So I understand what they're doing, but like in the day and age where we grew up playing games, that was a finished product. There was no DLC. There was no hot day one patches. It's
plug and go.
It's just different. Yeah, and one thing, and because I want you to get your thought out, but the one thing I find interesting about this game, and I know I mentioned it before, they did what Call of Duty tried to do with Ground War. Like, Ground War was Call of Duty's attempt to try and be Battlefield, and this is Battlefield's attempt to try and be Call of Duty, and Call of Duty just does it better right now, even though Warzone's not in a good state.
And see, I didn't want them. That's the whole thing. It's like, why are you trying to make a battle royale that is so similar to Warzone? When I saw those crates, even just the color scheme of the crates turned me off. Like that orange lid and the black bottom. I was like, are you serious? Like, you didn't bother to even change the way these crates look? They pop open. The weapons don't really, from what I
like that they don't hit the floor.
Yeah, I was about to say,
like
they don't pop
though.
out like a damn Jack in the Box.
I actually like that it looks like a weapon crate. I will give them that, but it is very reminiscent of a Warzone.
Yes, and like dropping in and parachuting. I hate it.
I gotta tell you, that dropping in is ugly.
It is. And then on top of that, I wanted a bare bones, gritty battle royale. That's what would have drawn would have drew my attention away from multiplayer is that if they had went bare bones where you just land with just your knuckles and
Right.
fisticuffs, and then you go
Apex
around,
style.
right, and
Yeah.
you go around picking stuff up, piecing this weapon together. I know they have weapon kits that level the weapon up, but me personally, I would have rather have enjoyed building this weapon as I'm looting. And so if I want to continue looting, then I should get the benefit of doing that to get a kit that I'm comfortable with. Either that or, scavenging off of somebody's body or whoever you kill. Like I hate seeing like the weapon should come out the crate bare bones unless it's one of those specialty ones where you have to find a key or something like that. But I was just so turned off by how many similarities there were to Warzone. And on top of that, also custom loadouts again. Like, I know that they're trying to pull from COD's dwindling player base, but my
Right.
God, could we have gotten something that is unique to
No.
Battlefield?
No, and we all know the reason why they do that too is because it's the same reason why Call of Duty does it. It's gonna push the cosmetics,
Right?
right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna push the different weapon skins and this and that, and it's just for me. If I wanted to do, and there's a niche out there, and I know a lot of the big time streamers, they want it for their content, and I get that. But for me personally, that as of right now, I could change my opinion. But if I wanted to do a drop in, I'll go play Warzone. Or honestly, I'll load up Apex. And I'm not really a big fan of that
I was about to
dynamic.
say that
But it's just
that's
as
a
of
reach
right.
for
Well,
you.
it is a reach, but also it's a better experience. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that caters to kind of like what I would be looking for, but I'm also curious what the game's going to look like in another 60 to 90 days. I could definitely change the appearance. Just right now, the state it's in right now, you're not going to catch me on there again because I've already played it, but not
Right.
again.
I do say that I would want them to flesh this out because I prefer Battlefield's movement style over Call of Duty. Just like
Same.
I like that grounded feel, and I would like for them to flesh this out. As of right now, just from us playing, I realized that if you have the ability to get your own custom loadout, you will shred just about anybody else that does not have one because of the accuracy of that weapon. Whatever
Oh yeah,
attachments you have on it, it's just going to shred regardless
the
of
punch.
the
Yeah.
armor and the accuracy that you get from that. Obviously, another thing I do like is you do get Battlefield moments where you don't get to hold up in a building anywhere. If somebody has a tank, they could just drive through the wall, which you did, which is so funny.
I did. I did do that. You're not going to hide. We're not doing
Yeah.
that. Get out here and fight.
To be fair, we had a tank.
Get out here and lose. All right, so what? So before anybody hears us, I drove the tank into the flame thinking I was going to pick up another vehicle that we couldn't get into, okay? And lost us the match.
Yes, you definitely
Okay,
did do
I
that.
hear it.
You definitely did do that. But
I did
yeah,
do that, 100%.
there are moments of there are Battlefield moments obviously that you can have in this battle royale. I'm just saying I do not like the amount that they copied. They didn't bother to like bring anything new and exciting. I like the fact that you can use whatever class that you want to, and you get the benefit of the gadgets that come with that class, and they also come with a cooldown. I like that type of stuff. My God, I hate the plagiarism.
I just, I don't know. I think you and I talked about this in one of our game sessions or whatever, but it's, I totally lost my train of thought of what I was going to say.
I do like the fire rather than just like a virtual what looks like a dome, a digital dome that's closing in on you. And
Oh, yeah.
you don't
Yeah,
get to
that's
play
true.
around. You don't get to play around outside the ring. No, the fire touches you, you're done. And I like that visual indicator of something is behind you. Like you're going to have to move. You're not playing out there. Like that's danger. And like you can see like this firewall coming at you, like whether you're in a building or it's just like this looming doom that is approaching.
It's ominous.
Right. And
Yeah.
I love that. I like that change. But my God, there is not enough here to justify me coming off of the classic Battlefield experience of Conquest, Rush,
Right.
stuff like that.
That's what
not
I was where I lost my thought.
Yeah, that's
and
not
I
going.
totally agree. Because I think the tough thing is that when you get the traditional Battlefield, and I think if you've been on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, like you're watching these little short clips and it looks like a movie.
Right.
Like there's helicopters falling out of the sky and buildings are falling. And then you go over to this and it's not the same feel.
Right.
Which is weird. Like you get this really great, well fleshed out game that honestly came out without really any problems, which is fantastic. And then you come to this and you're like, what the hell happened?
Right. Yeah,
like you can tell this was on the back burner.
Absolutely.
It's weird.
I would have had no problem with them just letting this cook or just let it come out next year. I was perfectly fine with that. But I also think that they just brought this out just to shut everybody up. Because I know a lot of COD streamers were asking for a battle royale and they were just like, here, just take this. Like you've been asking
and
for it.
And you know what? Great. Great. Because it did exactly what it was supposed to do. I don't want to say any of their names, but the big ones out there are all on there and doing their thing, and it's cool. But if you haven't played it yet, there is a visual difference between the main game, whether you want to play Conquest, Breakthrough, I don't care. You can play the casual mode. It is very different than what you get when you go into the REDSEC, and it's just... You can tell they were just like, we're going to have to give them this. There's no way we're going to get away from it. So just drop the game and then give them this and make them happy.
Right. Just enough content to get them through the holidays.
Right. Because we're going to be tapping the veins, boy.
Right. But yeah, like I said, it's quite kind of disappointing to me. I didn't expect so much plagiarism, but yeah, I didn't buy Battlefield for this anyway. This would have just been some extra, just a little sweet treat on top of what we already have. But I'm gonna pass on this. But yeah, Ghost, did you have anything?
I'll pass. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. Like it's not something I'm gonna play regularly. As they do updates to it. I mean, I'll jump on there, but like I'm not gonna be like, hey man, you want to jump on and dive in? That's not gonna be a thing. I'd rather will be really upset and get my salad tossed by a tank in Conquest and go jump into REDSEC.
Right.
Honestly.
Exactly. Right. Well, yeah, I don't have anything else to say.
I don't have anything else to say either.
All right. Well, let us know in the comments, guys, what you think of the game. If you were able to get in or you turned off.
Put your KD in the comments.
Oh, my God. Anyway. Above all else, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss an episode, and we will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.